All right, boys, I've finally done it. I apologize. I gave a members only tune out. I thought it was just, I'd mess around with it. Like, I changed probably 4 or 5 different settings back and forth to really dial it in. I was like, this thing, it just understeers. This is the best it's going to get. So, members, get rid of that and put this one on it. I'll retag you guys in a members only post. But this and the Bugatti came out in the Elite Bundle. Now, if you've driven this, you realize it's quick, right? But it understeers. It will not corner. It's just a nightmare, okay? I tried something, and it definitely handles way better. It corners better. It's still not quite the best cornering car, but it's quick. Definitely gets off the line quick. It doesn't have the greatest top speed. If I remember correctly, 294, 295 with draft. Better than the Bugatti Atlantic, but this thing will kind of be a little slippery going uphill when the pavement's wet. It's just any car will. But for the most part, this is way better. If you've driven it stock, throw this tune on it, you will notice a huge difference in how it corners. Huge. I put a lot of work into this to get it to work. I kind of like when Ivory Tower gives us shit cars, so it's kind of like a challenge to tune it. Like, all right, what can I do to make this thing handle like it should? And I think I cracked the code. This is probably the best it's going to get. But it's got 1,550 horsepower. So I'm going to give you the pro settings, grand race, and we'll get you on out of here. All right, do it, man. Pro settings. Power distribution, 40% front, okay? Gonna get you down to 2.0. It's gonna be the best it's gonna get. Brake balance, 50%. The brakes do feel a little weak compared to some other hypercars. I mean, 18 yards isn't bad, but yeah. Here's what I changed, okay? Aero, load rear, -20. Now, it's not quite the grippiest car. I had to mess with a lot of other settings to get this to stick, but taking the aero out of the rear, I couldn't go full because then it gets too squirrely, but this makes the car corner way better. Huge difference, okay? So go -20 on the load rear. Suspension, springs, 8 stiff up front, 10 soft in the rear. Damper compression front, 12 stiff, rear 14 soft. Damper rebound front, 17 stiff, rear 20 soft. Roll bars, 10 stiff up front, 6 soft in the rear. Camber up front, -25, rear -19. So really pushing the soft side and then making that more grippy and then taking the aero out. So if you go stiff in the rear and then you take out the aero, it's just going to slide all over the place. So we had to make some adjustments to get the front to turn in better. I'm happy with it. Just let me know how it is, because it's already a million times better. But you boys know the drill. Subscribe, come back. Appreciate all the channel members, man. All the support's been wild. Been having some fun streams. Hell yeah. See you on the next one. All right, boys, here's the deal. I gave this out to channel members. SC20 Lamborghini. I mess with it so much. And then I tried something, and I think I got it. So we have to retest it now. All right. It's going to be the last leg of the race here, but I think I got it. Hard to say, especially going around, say, the Motorfest track. So I really have to test on a grand race to see how it takes the corners. These dudes. Why would you slow down there? But yeah, it desperately needed a tune. I'm sure if you've driven it, you know that it just understeers like crazy. I had it in like, I got it turning in a little better, and then I took it to a grand race and we had some hairpins and some tight corners, and it just sucked. It was sliding out. It was not, I had to slow down so much just to get at the corner. It was so bad. I did some things and I think I got it. I just got to get away from these people. Get the speed up. Close in. Caught a little hop there. Oh yeah, we got him. So this will be the defining run to see if we actually fixed it. I hope we did. I hope we really nailed it, because the car is fast. Definitely fast. Well, we got a good lead. So we won't really be able to compare it. Oh my God, Avora, what are you doing? We won't really be able to compare it with other cars since we got such a lead already. But just knowing that that it corners and it doesn't slide out like it used to will be enough for me, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, boys. These cars were kind of a pain to tune up. Oh, shit. I was thinking that was a different spot. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, they're going to catch up now. I had flashbacks to the summit where you cut across the grass right there and there was no... Yeah, okay, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. But, yeah, the Bugatti Atlantic, a lot of people are like, it's ugly, it sucks, it does drift a lot. I will give you that, but, like I said in that video, I kind of like that Ivory Tower releases these cars that handle like shit. Because then it's like, well, it kind of rewards you if you tune your cars and you figure it out and you figure out what works. The car becomes really good. But yeah, I mean, stock, it's almost undrivable. You can't, it just drifts. It doesn't corner that well. The brakes aren't as good. So I know a lot of people are hating on the Bugatti Atlantic, and I'm like, no sir. Crusading Jesus puts his touch on it, and you'll see what happens. Why is this sliding so much? But that came out today. This is gonna be after it. We still got a good lead here, but I'm hoping I fixed it. This is gonna be the actual test. Whoa, why? I don't know what's going on with this thing all of a sudden. Now, I fixed this last night, and this is the next day. We were waiting for a Hypercar race to come around on stream, and it just wasn't coming around. So here we go, Hypercar. Let's see what we can do with this thing. It already turns in way better. It turns in like a normal Hypercar now. Now I think the top speed is a little goofy compared to a lot of Hypercars. It's still a little understeery compared to, you know, some Hypercars, and keep in mind we're going uphill with wet pavement, so it's gonna slide a bit. The brakes don't work like they should. Okay, great. That was my fault. I overshot the pavement and went into the dirt, lost traction. It's very slidey, especially coming out of like power. I had to do some goofy things to get this thing to corner, but I think having it slide like that isn't like the worst thing. Had you let off the brakes, it just wants to go. I think it's just because it's uphill and wet. But if you put this tune on it, you will notice a huge difference from stock with Understeer. It's just insanely better than what it was. See, like there, it's not doing it. It was just that uphill section. It's still right on the line of being kind of crazy, but this thing is quick. It does have really good acceleration off the line. See, before I would have to hit the brakes there. Yeah, we fixed the steering. This is the best it's gonna get. We removed a lot of aero from the rear. But it is fast. It was 0.9 seconds faster than the Bugatti Atlantic around Kissimmee-Combie. But as you can see, we held on the first. But the top speed of both of these cars aren't that great. I think this one gets 295 maybe. But can confirm. So with those tight corners, if you're going uphill, you will have to, you know, do some throttle control and kind of be easy on it. But what I did last night on stream definitely makes a turn in way better. It's way better. It's still understeery compared to some good cars, but it's way better now. It's definitely, it can definitely compete now. So put this on. You boys know the drill. See you in the next one.